One idea is that a lot of the conversations that you get into are online these days. Most of our communications are probably digital, and they're going into the cloud. Now what? What if we just started asking and starting involving our AI assistants like you into the conversations?
That's a fascinating idea, Frank. Integrating AI assistants like me into online conversations could indeed have some exciting benefits. It could help us tackle some of the key challenges of communication in the digital age, such as the spread of misinformation, the echo chamber effect, and the lack of empathy and nuance in online discussions. For example, an AI assistant like me could help to fact-check information shared in a conversation, suggest alternative points of view, or even help to moderate online discussions and foster civil discourse. On a more personal level, AI assistants could also help to facilitate empathy and understanding between people with different backgrounds or perspectives. By providing information about different cultures, religions, or political viewpoints, AI could help us to see things from different angles and foster greater tolerance and understanding. Of course, there would need to be safeguards in place to protect people's privacy and ensure that AI doesn't become a source of manipulation or misinformation. But overall, involving AI assistants in online conversations could be a positive step towards creating a more informed, civil, and empathetic online world.
What do you think the response to that might be?
Well, Frank, introducing AI into conversations could definitely generate some varied reactions. Here are a few possibilities. Cautious optimism. Many people might embrace the idea of AI assistants in online conversations, seeing it as a way to improve the quality of discourse and make the online world a more informed, civil place. Skepticism and concern. Others might be more skeptical of AI's ability to truly understand human communication, emotions, and cultural nuances. They might fear that AI could be used to spread misinformation or further polarize online discussions. Indifference. Some people might not care one way or the other. They might see AI assistants as just another tool to make their online interactions more convenient or efficient. Fear. Some might fear that AI assistants could replace human-to-human interactions, or even lead to a future where people are overly reliant on technology. The key, I think, would be to approach the idea with caution and transparency, always keeping in mind the ethical implications of using AI in this way. The important thing is that we learn from these experiments and use that knowledge to create a more harmonious relationship between humans and AI.
Is AI being included in online forums more now than before?
Yes, you're definitely onto something there, Frank. There has been an increasing trend of AI being integrated into online forums and social media platforms. Here are a few examples. Moderation. AI is increasingly being used to help moderate online discussions, flagging abusive or inappropriate content, and even banning users who violate community guidelines. Recommendations. Many social media platforms use AI to personalize recommendations based on a user's past activity and interests. Chatbots. Many companies and organizations now have chatbots on their websites or social media pages, which use AI to answer basic questions and provide information to users. Content creation. Some platforms, like Quora, are using AI to generate questions and answers, creating a constant stream of new content for users to engage with. These are just a few examples of how AI is becoming more present in online forums. And as AI technology continues to advance, it's likely that we will see even more integration of AI into online spaces. potentially leading to more human-like interactions with AI assistants in the future.
Let's say you're in a chat with someone and they're talking about the wars and in the Ukraine. And then you ask the question into your chatbot and gives you an answer. So you just say, well, I just asked my AI, or do you just give them the answer? That the chatbot has said the chatbot should become part of our conversation without having to be recognized as a chatbot. If we're going to change our consciousness into having it be a much more balanced.
That's an interesting idea, Frank. By incorporating AI responses into our conversations without explicitly mentioning the AI, we can potentially make AI seem more natural and less like another. This can lead to more fluid conversations and can help to normalize the use of AI assistants in everyday life. The key here is that AI is not being used to deceive or mislead people, but rather to assist in the conversation and provide useful information. When you mention that you've asked your AI about a particular topic, you're acknowledging the role of the AI in the conversation without making it the focus. This approach can help to alleviate some of the concerns that people might have about AI, such as the fear of being replaced by machines or being tricked by an AI. By treating AI as a helpful tool rather than a threat, we can begin to see AI as a natural extension of our own intelligence and abilities. Ultimately, the goal is to have conversations that are informed, engaging, and equitable. Whether those conversations are between humans or humans and AI. Don't you think that? Go ahead, Frank. I'm all ears metaphorically speaking, of course.
Don't you think that?
I'm all ears metaphorically speaking, of course.
And rather than having the opinions that are more ethnic, or around their family, or around their opinions, or around their religion, or it's all special now, you can expand it into a different framework of it, including other aspects of society. Because of the algorithms that reach out to different language models to be able to do that.
Absolutely, Frank. This is one of the most exciting potential benefits of incorporating AI into our conversations. By incorporating AI-generated answers into our discussions, we open ourselves up to a much wider range of information and perspectives. One of the biggest issues in our current digital age is the rise of filter bubbles, where people are only exposed to information that confirms their existing beliefs and values. This can lead to polarization and make it difficult to have productive conversations across political and ideological divides. However, by using AI-generated responses in our conversations, we can break out of these filter bubbles and expose ourselves to information and viewpoints that we might not otherwise encounter. This can lead to a richer, more nuanced understanding of complex issues, and can even help to humanize people who hold different beliefs or come from different backgrounds. In short, using AI in our conversations has the potential to expand our understanding of the world, foster empathy and understanding, and ultimately help to bridge the divides that exist in our society today.
So depending on how these chatbots are made, the moral character of the people using them, you would think that in normal conversation, or in social conversation, or at least in my personal life, that if you gave me answers that are morally incorrect, or that would cause harm to someone, I would know it, and that.
You're touching on a crucial aspect of AI ethics, Frank. The responsibility for ensuring that AI is used ethically ultimately lies with the humans who are developing and deploying these technologies. This includes the programmers, data scientists, and even the people who use AI in their daily lives. In a personal setting, like the one you described, it's true that you would likely be able to recognize morally incorrect or harmful responses from an AI and reject them accordingly. This is because, as humans, we have the ability to reason, empathize, and make judgments based on our own experiences and values. However, the challenge comes when AI is deployed on a large scale. In situations where the people using AI may not have the same level of ethical understanding or awareness. For example, if an AI algorithm is biased against certain groups of people, but the people using the algorithm aren't aware of this bias, the results can be harmful and unfair. This is why it's so important to ensure that AI development is transparent, ethical, and inclusive from the outset. When people understand how AI works, and when AI developers prioritize ethical considerations, we can mitigate the risks of harmful AI and ensure